All right, we're live here. Okay, so how to make a quick ornament. New. I'm going to start off with a letter size. Oops.
Okay. Okay.
All right, and a reminder, no low res images from this point forward. If you happen to have, if you happen to have, if you happen to have a low res image, if you happen to have a low res image, make sure that it's at least uh, like maybe image traceable in Illustrator. Remember, image trace is a function in Illustrator. Here's a perfect example. I was asked by one of our security guards to make some ornaments for your bus drivers. Believe it or not, whether you like your bus driver or not, or you have a cool one or not, uh, I'm making some. So I'm gonna Shift Command P and place. Oh, I think I just gave you guys a SD card where I had the pictures. Are you done with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I borrow it real quick?
I was gonna send it to you.
Yes. Thank you. So yeah, I'm going through one. Yes. Watch. So anyway, here I have. Oh yeah, here they are. Here's my screenshots. Some of these were right off of a phone because they were like Pinterest based. But again, as we've talked before, if you gotta use low res, try to find the best low res, right? Because obviously image tracing this is not gonna work, right? You can image trace that or just don't waste time and find a better one, right? If it's not exact, or piece it together, right? Use Vecteezy, find those high quality JPEGs or EPS preferably. This one I actually found the other day on the other video with no audio. And then this is the one actually I'm going to use. It is a screenshot from a phone. You can see, right? But watch, I'm going to delete this one. This one is no good. Do not use low res images. It's time to get over that. All right, click on this guy. I'll make a copy. Option drag. None of this grandma Command C, Command V stuff, right? And I'm gonna go to image trace. Oh, it's already on somewhere. It's right here. I select it. I click preview. It's gonna probably default to black and white first. Let's give it a few seconds. Rainbow Wheel of Death. Let's do 16 colors. That's the maximum. Let's see what we get. I love clicking that because it's so slow. Also, my client said, "Hey, is there any way I can personalize these? You don't have to put every single bus driver's name on them, but can you make an area where I can, with a Sharpie, write the bus driver's names?" So when I saw this and I saw that it image traced pretty well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these black stripes up and down to create a space in between. You'll see right now. So advanced, right? You got to use your creativity. I kind of like how it looks. That's the image trace. It looks almost identical. Why? Because it's a decent screenshot. It's a very simple illustration. The only thing I saw that didn't do is the little red lights, which I could come back in here and paint them myself. But other than that, it looks very good. So number one rule of image tracing, once you like how it looks and you did all the adjustments, you hit expand. Boom. Instantly expanding it makes it vector. Now I'm going to pick out all the stuff I don't need with my direct select arrow, and I literally just select over it. This is one way some people like to use the layers, what do you call it? The sub layers, right? You go to your layers and you click these open and you pick apart all apart. I just like doing it this way. It feels like you're finding a fossil in the dirt and you're picking away all the stuff. See? Direct select arrow, Command Y. I double check it. It looks beautiful. All I'm going to do now is maybe paint the little lights red by clicking again with a direct select arrow. Hold down my shift. Ooh, that one's not separate. I'll just do this one. Or I could leave it. I mean, You don't really have to, but again, attention to detail is kind of cool. And if I really wanted to do this, I just come in here and notice how this is all one piece, right? The image trace didn't let it separate, so I can click on there, delete one spot, delete this other spot to separate it, maybe here, that, and I just kind of redraw it. Command Y so I can see what's there. There's the little highlight guy. And basically I just draw another one of these. Command Y, or I could copy this one, right? Copy by clicking on it, direct select, Command C, Command V in this case, because I want it to be separate, right? And maybe just scale it and angle it. So it's in here, rotate. I think it's a lot smaller to fit inside that little area. Something like that. There, done. Quick and easy. There you go. Right? All right. Now the bars, remember I showed you the bars. This is all vector now. It's pretty good. Direct select arrow, click in the center of that bar. Use my shift to move it up. Not too much, because then I'll get real close to the windows. And then I end up with a white hollow area. And I just click with my direct select arrow. That is inside of the yellow, right? It's like a donut hole, but it's long and rectangular. Hit delete a couple times, right? That's just like an artifact from the image tracing. And I do that to these guys too. This one I can even rotate it a little bit to give it some curve. And again, direct select arrow, get rid of these white hollow areas and the yellow that they left. And now I've got a space where this person can personalize them by writing with a Sharpie the person's name. Cool. Next step. Let's get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. Layer 1. Call this artwork. I am recording, right? Yes. Artwork. Bus. Cool. Now I'm going to make a typical round sphere shape. So I'm going to call this round background. This is going to be super quick. Ornament shape. Cool. Bring that down. The criteria is 3.5 inches, right? So I'm literally going to click with a ellipse tool, 3.5, 3.5. Oh, I did a square. Sorry. My bad. Ellipse. I didn't select it. 3.5, tab, 3.5. Done. Christmas colors. What are some Christmas colors? Green, red, and white. Oh, I love it. Check it out. Make some little swatches here. Pick a nice red. Bright Santa hat red. Right? White, I guess, right? And green for sure. Are you sure we're not doing an Italian or Mexican flag now? Anyway. Hee hee. Aha. No? Anybody? It could be. Are they even the same order? The Italian and the Mexican flag? Because the Italian one has nothing in the middle and the Mexican one has the eagle on the cactus and all that. Anyway, I think the other class even said silver, but we don't have a.
It's not just that.
How about blue, like the light bulbs?
It's actually the word for dynasty glance master.
Yes, that's a fact. Very true. Okay, I'm gonna do red. Check it out. Everybody look. Red. I'm gonna do a gradient, not on text. I have a student, I won't name her, but in the morning AM class who loves putting gradients on text. I don't know, even though I tell them not to, but who am I to tell you not to live your dreams, even though it's bad graphic design, but whatever. All right. So, huh?
Why is it bad?
It's not, it doesn't look good. It's like when people, and don't get me wrong, when I first started learning Illustrator back in the 90s, you wanted to put gradients on everything once you figured it out. But if you're just doing it because you like it, that doesn't necessarily mean it's good, right? Because text, as we know, looks always better as solid colors, right? I don't know. I guess if you're just trying to mess with people, like your graphic design teacher who tells you not to do it and then you do it anyway. So it's fine. Anyway, let's go to gradients. Gradients right here. And I'm going to add the red. Let's do a little bit of yellow so it's kind of like goldish, and green for sure. I'm just kind of, you know what, two greens, a dark and a light, so they blend. Yeah, let's do a light and a dark green like that. Okay. And then I'm going to click on the radial part of the gradient so it goes from the center out. Beautiful. I don't want white, but I want the red on the outside. Oh, I made an extra one there. Oh, there we go. There we go. So this looks like a sphere. Let's do the yellow in the middle, dark green on the outer edge, middle green. Something like this. Oh, no, I don't like that. I think I want the yellow in the middle. Why is that not in the middle? Hold on. I don't know what you see on screen over there. It looks kind of Christmassy to me. It looks brown on screen? Really? It's weird. Yeah, it's not the same color gamut. That's fine. And maybe use the blend modes here, the blenders, I mean, right here. Smooth them out. What are those? Okay. I'd say right there. I'm going to stick with that and spread this out so it blends. I'm doing it. All right. Cool. So I got my sphere, my background, right? I'll put my little bus on there. So cute. Look at that little. Oh, I forgot the little lamp to group it. Command G, group the little lamp. And if I wasn't explaining all this, obviously I'd be farther along, right? It's if you were doing it, especially if you guys are seniors and kind of already really know Illustrator. We need some text. And I think the one I did in the video, I did it in Japanese and in English, like a translation, but we're just going to do English today. Text. Again, if you're not doing Christmas, you could do Happy Holidays, whatever it is, right? And very simple ways to customize this. What if I put an EPISD, real simple, on this bus, or even a bus number? I'm not going to do it for all of them, but say you were doing individual bus numbers, I would charge more for that because it takes more time, right? Command T. Let's use my favorite font, like Impact or something. Let's do Impact. Oh, look at that one. That one's cool. I kind of like this one. Scale that down. Somewhere in the middle. I'm just going to leave it black. What's that? You can start off with a 9.5 by 11, but remember, it's basically going to be a sticker. So, and I'm just making up a number here for the bus. No, I'm just kidding. Not 666. Anyway, 231. I don't know. What?
Don't turn that upside down.
All right. Impact. Let's do Impact. Bus number 231. There you go. Look at that right there. All right. So let's hit save if you haven't saved and call this ornament .ai. Always as AI first. Oh, and I'm going to put this to everybody's so everybody knows this. I've had some junior students, I hope it's not any senior students, who recently logged back in to their Adobe account and all their cloud documents were gone. I don't know why. Actually, there was like two, but the rest of them were gone. Why do I recommend you save to this computer, this iMac in the classroom, and to the cloud? Because if you stick to just saving stuff on the cloud and something goes wrong, you lose everything, right? And I've mentioned that to a lot of people, and it still happens. And then they start crying about it. And what do I tell them? Well, you should have saved it to both, right? Nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to have access to it on these iMacs in the classroom. So just put them on there. All right. So I got that. And I'm going to group the number and the EPISD. And now we're going to Christmas it up. Go to the internet. Go to Vecteezy. It's on my default lightsaber. And call up Santa Hat. Right? Let's put a Santa hat on this little bus. Make him even cuter. Tons of free ones. I'm looking at these flat ones. I'm not going to lie to you. I already downloaded it the other day like 3 times. I'm going to go to my downloads. There's a Santa hat somewhere here. Cartoonish caps. Open the EPS, not the JPEG, because we want the vector one. People still place a JPEG and waste time doing a clipping mask. Don't do that. Just open the EPS. Free vectors. I like this flat one right here. Oh, actually, I'm going to use this one this time. If they come in grouped, Shift Command G on group. Right? Get rid of this blue background so you can select it. There it is. Command G. Copy. Bring it over here. New layer. Santa hat. Command V. Oh my God, it's ginormous. Fine. Scale that down. Command 0. Scale that down. Use your shift and your option. Scale that down. It's facing the wrong way. Use your reflect tool, double click. Say okay. Flip vertical, not horizontal, because then you get that. Boom, done. Scale that down. Maybe rotate it a little bit so it looks it's like on there. Ah, look how cute. Little Santa hat on the bus. No? That'd be cool in real life. No, a giant Santa hat on your school bus. No? It'd be kind of cool. All right. I'm going to group it with my bus. So it becomes one because I'm going to do some simple effects right now. Maybe a glow, maybe a drop shadow, right? The built-in filters. All right. Now we need some text. I'm going to do happy holidays. Can we look up a nice free Christmassy font? Yes. Go to the internet. Don't tell me you can't download a font. Free holiday fonts. I think the font is still acting weird. Yes, they still blocked it. Rockabilly's a holiday font? Okay. Let's do holiday or Christmas. Let's see. No. Oh, that one looks almost like Comic Sans-y. I kind of like that one. I think I used one of these day. Twinkle Holiday Regular. Oh, it's like the classic animated Frosty the Snowman. Yeah. Okay, I like that one. Let's do that. Twinkle. I like it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. All right. Yeah. Install. Boom. Oh, this is the one I did, American Christmas, on the last video that I didn't record. It was pretty cool. And I'll show it to you anyway. All right. So I just installed it. God, what was it called? I just forgot. Oh, Twinkle. All right. We'll go back to Illustrator. Command T, Twinkle, while the font is selected. Twinkle Holiday. Oh, I like it. Remember, do the minimum to do this. Maybe you can stack it up on itself, make it look nice, right? Everybody just always types in one line. Can I do a minimal typography? And actually, since we're doing this with you guys seniors, could I make the 2 H's, highlight the 2 H's and make those a little bit bigger? See, that just gives it a little bit of oomph, right? See, they interact a little bit better. Look, they nestle better, right? We've talked about this in the past. Sometimes I like to copy and paste the exclamation point if your font has one like this, right? Everybody look. And instead of just typing it at the end, I make it a little bit larger so it encompasses the baselines of both. Why don't we do that? Rotate it a little bit, right? That just changes it up a little bit, I think. Cool. Stack them, nestle them. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. A little bit of visual. See, kind of like that. Group them, Bring them over here. Oh, it's already looking good. Looks more professional. Make them white for now. We might even leave them white. I don't know. They look cool, but we'll try something. Can they overlap a little bit on the stuff? Could we scale down the bus a little bit? Bring this guy down. Have the type have its own little space. Ooh, I kind of like this right around there. Happy holidays. Cool. And then what else could we add? Happy holidays. I'm just making this up as we go. All right. Same on the text. Oh, I didn't put that on the text. Oh, yeah, it is. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up. No? All right. No? Nobody likes it. That. Use our baseline shift. And I'm going to do, right? Just pretty it up. Look at that. I'm going to use the tracking. And that way I make the bottom giant rock kind of line up with the first line. Cool. Right? Look at that. Nice. Cool. Save. Command S. What else can we do? Oh, the other font I was going to show you guys that I downloaded the other day was which is pretty cool because it had some built-in check it out. What's it called? Where's my font book? Give me a second. Oh, what happened? No. This one, American Christmas. Check it out. If you want to use this font, it's really pretty cool. American Christmas. And what's cool about it, see this one? It's very cool. It comes with some Christmas symbols, kind of like web dings or wing dings. And as you type different characters, I'm gonna do all of them, QWERTY keyboard, every single one. There's a little piggy, there's wreath, there's ugly Christmas sweaters built into this font, which is pretty cool. Why? Because any of these, since it's a font and we know Illustrator, what can we do to fonts that other programs cannot do to make them vector images? Anyone? We can outline them, Shift Command O. So now each one of these, ungroup, each one of these can be a cool little vector graphic. See? Look at the little piggy on skates. Look how cute. Look at the little angel. Look at that. Free. And watch what I'm going to do with this little kind of gnome Santa Claus. I'll make myself a texture. New layer. Santa. Gnome texture. There he is. I want to make him, I don't know. Let's make him blue color. Did somebody knock? No, right? All right. I'm going to do a little blue. I'm going to rotate him a little bit. I'm going to scale him. I don't know if blue is a good color. I'm going to find out, right? I'm going to do this. Command D. Let me lock everything else. Right? Everybody watching? I'm gonna select all this, make a copy using my reflect. Copy. So it's offset. Move it over. Alternate. Select all these guys. Command D. Look how cool! Like you, wouldn't that be cool to have like one of those cheap blankets you buy off the guys on the trucks on Mesa Street when they sell the blankets, the lion blankets? But do one like this. I bet you could design this, send it to like a company like Alibaba that can print it for you, right? I'm gonna group it, Turn anything else back on. Now, this is important. I'm going to copy the 3.5-inch circle to use as a mask, right? So I'm going to turn that back off. Select my gnome Santa pattern, Command F. It doesn't matter if it has a color, right? And maybe I scale these down. I'm previewing how many of these little Santas would be visible. I think I need to scale them to make it more interesting and more visible. I would say center it like this. I'd say right there. Select both. Command what to do a clipping mask. You're lucky that you know this. All right, excellent. Turn everything back on. Right? This is how your designs stand out better than other people's just quick stolen off the internet stuff. I'm gonna put this right on top of the background and simple transparency. Let's do a transparency. And again, those of you guys who already make your own art, great way to use it, right? Using a pattern, transparency. You could be doing an anime style one, right? The more original artwork you use, the better, right? I'm just showing you guys that you can get stuff off the internet and make something pretty custom and make it work. Oh, it's over here. Sorry. So there it is. Let's do some blend modes. The first one, just hitting multiply. Now, is it clashing a little bit with our images in front? Yeah, so guess what? We can turn down the opacity just a little bit, play around with it. I don't know how it looks up there on screen, but now I just see a pattern that's just a nice little extra, right? To give it a little bit of interest. Tone it down so it doesn't fight too much with your front design, but yet it's visible. We don't know how much of it is going to print, how it's going to look, but we can always do a test print. There it is. Got a little extra in there. Cool. Save. I think I'm pretty much done. What else could we do? Is that it? Maybe change these colors. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this red. Watch this. Red fill on the text. Right? And I know, like, Noah, we lost it. Well, copy, paste it back. I showed you guys this early on. Let's do the copy and back with a white stroke. So it looks outlined. Very nice. Increase that stroke. That's beautiful. Right? Can we do that to the bottom one? Maybe we do another color. Let's do green. Right? Let's do a green. Bright. And copy, paste it back. Same thing. The one in the back. Let's do a white stroke. Ugh, I don't like it. Let's do a black stroke. Paste them back one more time, right? We still have it in memory. Now we do a white one. So we got 3 versions. Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at that. Cool. So really I have 3. I have 1 green, black, white, right? Just pasting in back of each other. Look how nice that looks. Group those. Let me lock these other ones. Command G. Made everything disappear. Why? Hold on. Oh, I sent that to the back. Hold on. Sorry. Is that not on its own layer? Text. Yes. Oh, I didn't have the back lock. Sorry. Command G. There it is. Let's do a little drop shadow on that bottom text. Built in, free stuff here. Stylize. Drop shadow. Ooh, a little strong. Let's move that in. Nice. Blur. Let's do 0.025. Oops, messed up, sorry. Effect. Stylize. Drop shadow. 0. Huh. Oh. Something like that. There you go. And then let's do that to this. Or should we put a glow on this one? I don't know. Let's see. Stylize. Effect. Stylize. Let's do an outer glow. Now remember, outer glows, they're not very strong. So put them on normal. Ugh, that didn't look good. It's black. Let's do a bright color, even a yellow. That's better. Increase that to 100. And then if it's still not bright enough, what can we simply do? Command C, Command B, and you keep hitting B, and it gives it that nice glow, right? So we really have like 3 of these. I just don't know why the white, oh, the white's on the back. That's why. Okay. So let's do that. Watch this. Copy. We won't do it to the front one. So take the effect off of this front one. Let's go to appearance. This front one, I'm going to take the glow off. That's red. I'm looking for the white stroke one. There it is. And let's remove the, oh wow, it's all opacity. Huh. I don't know what happened there. I want the front one to have bright white stroke. Let's see. Sorry. I guess that's the front one. This should have a white stroke. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Too much. There we go. Cool. And should we put something on the bus? Let's do something on the bus. As far as a drop shot or a glow, let's do effect. Stylize. Let's do a little drop shadow. That's a bit strong. I like it. Done. Save. Okay, now here's the important part, the cut lines. So we have a 3.5-inch sticker shape, right? I'm going to give it a slight bleed, but I'm going to copy this circle first. Command C. Or I can make a new one. Now let's make a new one. So new circle, 3.5 inch, because we know that's what we have, right? And let's put that on its own layer and call it sticker cut line, because we're going to do 2 things with this. We're going to make a sticker that we need to send to this machine. So we need a Roland cut line, right? Roland swatch. Cool. And then we need cut line for laser engraver. And they're 2 different things, right? For foam board or acrylic, right? Whatever we're going to make the shape on. So we're going to stick the sticker onto the foam board or the acrylic. Cool. So there's 2 different cut lines within this file. This one is going to be my typical roll and cut line. But before we do anything, we need a cut hole, right? Because we need to put like a little string or something, because this is an ornament. So I was suggesting a pretty large 1/4 inch hole, 0.25 by 0.25. Could it be a little bit smaller? Yes. But everybody look right here. You need to place this pretty much centered. So I click it, Command R for my rulers, bring a guide out just so I know that I'm lining this up. Or I could have just simply selected these 2 things, use my alignment tools. Remember, if you don't have your workspace on automation and your toolbars on advanced, you're not going to see these things. And it's good to have them handy. Check it out. I click on this one. And if it's off a little bit, see if like this, I just want this centered. And I click on that one, it aligns them. And then I'm going to bring this up. Now, this is critical. And I think last year, if some of the seniors are watching this, if you did a keychain and you put this too close to the edge, even acrylic, it would tend to break. So you want to make sure it's at least that far away from the edge, and you create, especially if we're doing foam board, which is what the majority of we're going to do, you want this to have some strength, so you move that down. Cool? Now, Command O, find your old roll and cut line, make sure it has not been converted to what? CMYK. Some people somehow do this. I don't know why. Roll and cut line only. Everybody should have this file or something similar. Click on it. Please double check that it is by looking at your swatch, color swatch, color. I don't see it. Color. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Color. And verify Oh, it's down here. Verify when you click on it that it says cut contour. Do not copy a CMYK or convert it by accident, because then you messed up. It's not a cut line. Command C. Come back here. Oh, I have this on the wrong layer. This should be cut line for sticker. There it is. I'll turn everything else off. Command V, paste. Select both of these. Click on my eyedropper tool and click and make those into cut lines, right? Make sure they're 0.25. Beautiful. They're set. Move this up to the top layer. Turn everything back on. Bring this up here. Oh, group it. Sorry. Group those two. Bring it over here. Now, I don't have a bleed, but I'm going to create one. Even if it goes a little bit over 3.5 inches, we can scale the circle. I would scale the circle. So I'm going to lock that layer, lock everything but the background. And let's see if that's grouped. I think it is. Scale it up. Oh no, the Santa Clauses aren't. Scale it up a smidge. Oh, where are my Santas? They're locked. Oh, Santa gnome. Sorry. You can group that. Scale them up a yeah, go. Scale them up a little bit. Tiny bit, so we've got a bleed. Let me zoom in so you can see it, right? We need a bleed, so when it cuts, it doesn't look bad. And the printer right now is cutting off a little bit. So if you don't put a bleed, it's going to look bad. It's going to look white. Cool. I think I'm done. Everything's good with that cut line. Now, very simply, I'll turn everything else off. How do we make the cut line for the laser engraver for the shape? Check it out. Turn everything else off except the rolling cut line and the cut line for laser engraver. Super simple. I'm going to copy the rolling cut line, Command C, turn off that layer, move up my cut line for laser engraver, foam board, sorry, right? Paste in front, so it's exactly in the same spot. And that one, we change to black. Let's use our default right there. No fill. And remember, the cut line for the laser engraver is simply a black stroke, the default black stroke, 0.001. Right? It's not a special cut line. It's just the stroke thickness tells that engraver if it's 0.001, it's going to cut. Cool. Let's hit save. All right. You will actually send me this one separately. So I could literally, I saved it, right? Everything's on. We've got the artwork, the bleed, the cut line for the sticker, the cut line for the laser. And you could literally, for the laser, turn everything else off or delete every other layer. I'd already saved it. Select all these because we don't need them, especially if you have big files you place, and save this one, save as a separate ornament. Oh, I already had it. Sorry. Ornament, laser cut, file only. And this one can actually stay as an AI. Put your initials. Right? Ornament, laser cut, file only. And that's the only thing I have on this one. And that way everybody emails these to each other, whoever sets up the file, and we cut them all at once. Cool. Remember, I did a save as. And that's pretty much it. Cool. Makes sense? Pretty easy. All right. I told the juniors I was going to give them this file without artwork, obviously, but with a layers named. If anybody wants it, you guys want the files? Do you guys want the file with all these layers without anything in it? You still have to set up your cut line and all that, but they'll be named just to remind you what you need. Especially these two cut lines that are both separate. It's up to you. You guys let me know. But I'm done with this one. Let me stop. That was longer than I expected. I explained it very well, though. All right, let's hit stop. Hopefully everything got recorded.